We've got pictures of Bhagwant Mann of the Aadmi party. He's their chief ministerial candidate. He could be the Mann of the moment, if I'm allowed to make a bad joke this early. Well, wait till you see what's coming.
No,
so he is out and about in the morning offering prayers. Rishika, thank you for that. Let's go across to my colleague Mohammad Ghazali, who is in Mohali. Thanks very much indeed, Ghazali, for joining us. So, Ghazali, what's the sort of scene in Punjab? Because that's one state where almost everyone, all the opinion pollsters, seem to suggest that Bhagwant Mann could well be the Kaptan of Punjab. Is that something which now the other parties have started to accept, or is there a feeling it's still game on?
See, every exit poll and opinion polls have been showing that Aam Aadmi party will cross the majority figure mark very comfortably. Some exit polls even showing that they may touch even 100 seats out of the 117 assembly seats in Punjab. But one party which not everybody is talking about, even the opinion polls have sort of ignored them, is Akali Dal. Akali Dal, I'll tell you, Punjab has Malwa, Majha and Doaba, 3 regions. In Majha, which is the border belt and is also considered as the Panthik belt, was a stronghold of Akali Dal since 90s. But in the last polls in 2017, the Majha belt had 25 seats. Out of 25, Congress won 22 seats. It almost swept that region. But this time around, since Akali Dal was out of power for the last 5 years, sacrilege and drug issues certainly harmed them or damaged their prospects in the last polls. But even Congress could not resolve those issues, and somewhere Akali Dal has managed to sort of convince its voters that it was a sort of a conspiracy, that they were involved in sacrilege cases. So Akali Dal feels that they may gain something out of it. When it comes to Aam Aadmi party, last time also they had the same theme, that Punjab needs a change. Punjab is fed up with the traditional parties, yet they just got 18-20 seats in the last polls. This time they have made some course correction. They announced Bhagwant Mann as their CM face, and also there was less interference from Delhi leadership as compared to what we saw in the last polls. So even Congress, the major loss will be for the Congress, because at every seat, most of the Congress leaders who were part of the government, the ministers, they are on a very weak wicket. But yet Congress also says that they will gain out of it due to the multi-cornered contest. There are multiple reasons. Unlike previous polls in Punjab, there is no one issue on which parties are fighting polls, because it is a multi-cornered contest. You had a farmers front which is fighting the polls this time, though they didn't receive much of a support in the rural areas, but they also share the same sort of support base with the Aam Aadmi party in the rural areas. Another factor which has been largely ignored is the Dera factor. Though many a times in the previous polls they have not impacted the polls as of yet, but the Dera chief coming out on parole just exactly during while the model code of conduct was imposed, and then the strong base of Dera vote bank is in the Malwa region, which Aam Aadmi party is trying to capture in this election. So we'll have to see, because the polling percentage has also gone down since the last 3 or 4 elections. So it's very confusing right now. None of the parties came out till the exit polls to say that they are getting a comfortable majority.